Well, today is day 24. I was just checking on my piece of paper here. 24 days out of 44 of transforming grief. This inspiration to do this year came in August when I came across information and links to the radio shows that I hosted in 2010 over the holidays. 44 radio shows between the Sunday before Thanksgiving and Epiphany in January, and each show had a focus of transforming grief. There were 27 guests, and then 17 of the shows I shared my own personal journey. So today I am posting show 24, and that is the loss of a child. And on the show I shared my own personal journey with the birth and death of my son, Cooper, Kenneth Cooper Cox. A couple things I'll share because I'm doing a summary on these Facebook Lives of the show. The first thing I want to say is that every loss brings challenges and every loss brings gifts. And it doesn't matter if it is the end of a relationship, it is the loss of a home or a job, if it is the end of a marriage, the end of anything, and including a death, a loved one who dies, whether it's a child or a grandparent or a friend or a parent or a spouse. Everything brings challenges and gifts. And what I talked about on the show was, I think it was 7 gifts I listed, 7 or 8 gifts that I received from my son Cooper, from his birth to his death. Things that I learned about myself, things that I healed because of his presence in the world. One unexpected gift was I went through a really crazy divorce with my first marriage, and I had 2 daughters from that marriage. And during the 3 years of court battle, I kept hearing people say I was a terrible mother. And I was carrying that in my heart, even though I knew it wasn't true logically. It was just hearing people say that I began to doubt myself. And during Cooper's life, from the time that he came out of his first open heart surgery and they didn't think he was going to make it through the night, to all of the different surgeries and therapies, what I kept hearing from people was, "You're such a great mother. You're such a great mother. You're such a great mother." And I really attribute his presence in the world, healing that part of myself, helping me to see who I really am. And so even in birth and death, even in the in-between, that when we can really connect with someone, there is such a gift. There is such a opportunity to grow and to learn. So I did share different gifts from Cooper, and I'll share one other one that just kind of makes me laugh even thinking about it. Thank you, Agnieszka. She wrote, "So sorry for your loss." Thank you. So one of the things about Cooper, though, was in between 2 of the open heart surgeries, he was really feeling good. You know, it was like he was a baby, he was growing, he was laughing, and he would sit in a little infant seat. And my older daughters were, they were in elementary school at the time. They would do something every day to get him to laugh. And he would sit there, and you could do that same thing, whether it was like clapping, you know, and or tickling him or something. He would laugh. But he wouldn't laugh the next day. So it was almost like he'd be like, "Come on, you did that yesterday. Show me something new." And so we would do different things until he would laugh again. So we called it Laugh of the Day. So in the midst of any kind of challenge, any kind of loss, anytime you're going through, maybe you have a loved one who is sick, or you've lost someone, maybe you have a physical health challenge, maybe during this holiday season you're remembering a part of your life that no longer exists, and it feels a little bit like a loss of identity. There are these moments where you can connect with laughter or connect with the gifts of what you're learning about yourself on this journey. I've heard people say many times that the loss of a child is the hardest loss. And I will tell you, yes, it is. It is a very difficult loss. And whatever your loss is, there's no comparison to each other. It's your personal experience. A loss that allows you to crack open to love more, because we don't grieve. We're not sad if we're not releasing something where our heart was connected to it. A person, a job, a place that we lived. And so taking the time to really feel the feelings and let yourself grieve. Let yourself find the gifts when it is time. Sometimes I feel like we're in such a raw place with our grief that it's not time to look for the gifts. It's not time to put on a happy face and get over it. But you'll find your own rhythm with this. So give it space to feel all of the feelings. And then there will be magic that appears. There will be moments where you can feel the gratitude for what has changed in your life. All right, so I'm going to post the show page here if you want to listen to the show and some of the stories that I tell about Cooper and some of the ways that we healed and found gifts in his journey and the gift that he gave us for 19 months. Okay, so today's 24, and just as a reminder, I am starting the 30 Days of Writing program that is January 1st through 30th. I'll post that link if you want to sign up and go on an exploration of tuning in, listening, discovering, exploring, and you can read more about that on the link. Thank you. See you tomorrow for day 25. I'm going to go now and post the link to the show.